Welcome to Men Are Trash, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Alexa Layton. And today on Men Are Trash, we have a very special guest, Assante.
Good evening. I am Assante. My social media handles are Hey Assante. So when I go to places, I say, Hey Assante. And they say, Hey Assante.
Right back.
That's
Just
right.
like that. This is Assante from the Friend Zone podcast. Assante from... Where are you from? Where did you grow up?
Well, I'm actually from Atlanta, ATL. I'm a Grady baby. I have cards. Fulton County, Cobb County. I know roads, Bankhead Courts.
I know.
When you're from Atlanta, when you're from certain places, you just got to have your affairs in order. So I have mine. But yeah, I'm from Atlanta. I moved up to New York maybe about 9 or 10 years ago.
Okay.
I've been on the road with a podcast called The Read as their host, Hype Man. I've also been on the road with my own podcast, The Friend Zone, where I'm 1/3. I met with Hey Friend Hey, who is our wellness expert, and Dustin Ross, who is our resident everything goofy and everything intelligent at the same damn time. So yeah, it's a fun life.
Yes, and thank you for coming on Men Are Trash today.
Thank you for having me.
We were sounding real ASMR in the beginning. But,
yeah, we were. But I like that I'm on a show about men being trash, and I am a man that is self-identifies as trash.
Because we have to get the full scope of perspective. Representation is important in today's day and age. You know what I'm saying? Can't just have the ladies on here. We gotta have a man pull up to the set.
That's right.
Okay.
Fellas, we ain't here.
To confirm the trashness. Hello. All right, so we start every episode with an anecdote of a Men Are Trash
About to
situation.
pull out some Maya Angelou
you
on
know
me.
what I'm saying? Let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Show you who they are. Believe them.
Exactly. That's rule number 1 on Men Are Trash, okay? When men show you who they are, believe them.
Yes.
All right? You want to go first?
You should go first, actually. Ladies first.
I'll go first. So, I got one. I ain't tell this story yet. So, boom. This was probably 3 years ago. In New York City, I get invited out to this all-girls event.
Okay.
It was a event. And it was actually for...
Okay.
So it was all girls, which is really cute. It was somewhere in the meatpacking. It was what do you call them shits? Album premiere party thing?
Yeah, the promo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were there. A lot of other influencers were there. Cardi B was actually there.
Oh, okay.
But this was a couple years ago. So it was before everything that she's doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
New single money out.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I go, and it was the theme was players ball or some shit like that.
Okay.
So everybody
was
pulled
pimps and hoes and
yes,
shit?
everybody came with they cute little furs and their heels and whatever was your little style, and it was cute. It was a really cute vibe, and I liked how there was no men there, but and maybe a couple other random niggas, but
some niggas from their crew.
Yeah, you know, say whatever. But it was really cute and really nice, and I loved the theme of it, and I was having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Open bar, we all getting schmiz, and you there with just your girls. So event goes well. It's winding down towards the end now, so everyone's making their way to the door. And I forgot the name of the spot, but everyone entered through this long hallway. So everyone knows that, it's time to go. So you know how it go. When there's a celebrity in the building and the thing is over, everybody trying to get to the point where when the celebrity walk out, they could be seen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a long hallway. So basically all the girls is lined up in the hallway and they, waiting for amigos and friends to walk through. So I'm waiting for my homegirls. I'm trying to find out what the next move is. I'm in the hallway. There's, a lot of chatter in the hallway. And I'm looking at my phone. And as I'm looking at my phone, trying to figure out my next move, I see, come. Yeah. And all of them coming down the carpet. So I ain't going front. I got a little shook. You know what I'm saying? I got a little ooh. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I got no lipstick on my teeth.
Who was the finest in person?
In person?
And give me tallest to shortest.
Okay, so if I remember correctly.
Probably the tallest, I think.
was he tall? You know what? I don't even know. I'm not even going to front. I don't even know. But I think finest in person for sure. So the rest was like, eh. But, like Beyonce in the group. So I'm going to still be like, So I'm looking at my phone and I see them coming down and like, being Beyonce essentially, but not really. Like he's actually like, he's like flirting with the girls as he walked down the aisle like, oh, you cute. Oh, I see you with your little fur on. Oh, okay, I like your hair today, Short. You know what I'm saying? Like giving girls compliments as he go down there. So girls is like, falling out, you know what I'm saying? Like you could tell they all shook. And he gets to me and he goes like, oh, you cute, pinch you. Like he kind of like pinches me a bit. So
what? You been touched by?
I was touched by, and when I got touched by, it like stunned me for a second because I was like I was a little bit more awkward 2 years ago. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I don't know what to do. So I kind of just went and like looked at my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I'm nervous. I'm looking at my phone. Like phone saved me. And instead of him reading it as like shy, fan, he read it as, oh, this bitch trying to like stun on me.
No.
Yes, child. So my awkward ass, I'm shook. So I'm like run to the safety of my phone. He goes, why you acting like that? You lame as hell.
Oh my God.
Yes. But mind you, he kind of like, he like kept walking. So it was kind of like a you cute, pinch you, and like kept walking, I guess. But then I guess he peeped that I didn't like respond with like warmth and like, admiration.
Right.
So by the time he got like maybe like 5 feet away from me, he was like, like you lame. So it wasn't even just like a face to face, you lame. It was like a yell, you lame. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And me.
Why he had to do that?
Okay. And me, I was like I said, I was just awkward and oblivious. So I kind of didn't know he was even talking to me at that point. Because like I said, he kept walking. So I thought maybe he had like was saying that to another girl. So I'm still looking at my phone. But then I can see at the corner of my eye, like bitches is looking at me. Like girls are like looking like girl, he talking to you. Like, so I'm like, what? And he's like, you lame. Why you acting like that? You being corny. That's why you look like a man.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. So he's going off, and I'm still, my dumb ass, I'm still confused. Like, wait, what? He talking to me? Like, what? So now all the girls are looking like, ooh, like, what's happening? So he continues to walk out, right? So everybody's walking out. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, I start walking out, too. Like I'm leaving. Like I'm not just going to stand here. And when I get outside, he's hanging out of his like Sprinter. And he sees me walk out and he's like, hey, yo, what's your name? Like, what's your name? So I'm like, so now at this point, I had already like kind of registered that he was like trying to call me a motherfucking man.
Right.
But I'm walking out and he's like calling me over to the Sprinter, like, what's your name? What's blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, Alexa. And he's like, what's your problem? Like, what's up? Like, what's up with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you trying to, like, and I'm like, wait, so are you trying to talk to me still? Or, like, what's happening right now? Because then he started asking, like, where you going? Like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, but you just try to play me and call me a man in front of everybody. See, so yeah, so now everybody's like still looking, and then so he's like talking to me, but as he's talking to me, there's cars like building up behind their Sprinter, so they all start beeping like mad loud, like tell them to go. So they pull off. But yeah, this nigga tried to embarrass me in front of everybody at the party. His trash at just because I wasn't like,
that's trash.
And yeah, try to call me a motherfucking man in front of everybody.
That's trash.
Yes, trash as fuck. Now and that from that day on, I haven't been a fan. I'm sorry, I just can't. Mm-mm.
Damn. If it makes you feel any better, a similar situation happened to me, but I know this is men are trash. But K. Michelle on a very public platform like cursed me out.
Really?
On behalf of the media thing that I worked for, she was cursing me out. She was like, "Who do you work for again?" Because I was talking to Mimi, like not even her.
Yeah.
And she out of nowhere just starts going off because the people that I worked for, they wrote a story on her and they were calling her like a bird and talking about how awful her concert was. So she was mad about that shit, like, like pissed. And I had no idea. Like I had been working this spot for like a week or some shit. I came to ask a question. We had been drinking. Why she went off on me so hard that they fired me. And I was just like...
They fired you?
They fired me from her ass going off on me.
That is fucked up.
And that clip still to this day goes around the internet. And to me, it was kind of like, damn, at the very least, I got cursed out by K. Michelle. Like, nobody that anybody cares about.
Yeah.
Like, she can sing, but she's not like, she's not talented.
And she's low-key going through some mental issues.
Yeah, like she had that whole shit happening with her ass and all that. Like she was talking about my hair. And meanwhile, her weave was like half installed. I was like, come on, man.
And you have body dysmorphia.
Yeah,
like,
I'm just like, I don't care about none of what you got going on, sis. I was not even talking to you. But that happened to me and it was embarrassing as fuck.
But how the fuck they fire you?
Yo.
And first of all, you said you didn't even write the article.
And you know what's even funnier? It was an internship. So it was like, y'all not even paying me. Y'all gonna fire me?
Okay,
I don't give a fuck.
Bye.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah, bye.
Like the fact that this even happened to me is like, I don't even give a fuck. Like it wasn't like I was getting fired. So when it was like, we're gonna have to let you go. I remember kind of laughing like
deuces. Excuse me.
Deuces. It was too funny.
Like but that's crazy.
But moving back to men being
back
trash,
to men.
I am a man. So I do trash. I am trash. And And the reason I say that is because I feel like women are more like emotionally aware. There's like work there that's done. And especially for me to be a gay black man, I feel like a lot of people don't have a lot of safe spaces to like find work to be done and take that upon themselves. So I meet like a lot of very... I mean a lot of people that feel the need to like wear their sexual identity on their sleeve, and sometimes they're not being honest with themselves. And it's kind of like they'll meet me and they'll be like, you know, like, so what's up? And I'll be like, oh, like, I'm gay. Like, I have to flat out say, like, that's what time it is. Because, you know, I need you to know, like, what we're here for.
Yeah.
But then they'll feel pressure to be like, oh, well, I'm bi or I'm not really gay or something like that. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't care. Like, you didn't even have to say that. Like, I'm not even asking you back to, like, get the lie from you because I don't care about none of that. But I know a lot of that's rooted in people, like, having to deal with repression and, like, in black communities, you know, they can't talk about being gay. Depending on where they're from, they might get thrown out the house or whatever.
That's right.
So, like, I try to be, like, a safe space when I meet certain people and, like, maybe potentially have those conversations down the road. But a lot of the time, it's too much emotional stuff at once. And I think for women, sometimes y'all take that on. But me, because I'm a man that is aware, I throw that shit away.
Yes.
I'm like, ooh, baggage. I've got my own.
Yeah.
And that's why I know that I'm trash, because I'll meet people and they'll be like, yo, like you didn't call me back, like whatever. And I'll be like, yeah, you know, after we hung out, I pretty much decided that I was never going to see you again.
And it's like, do you notify someone of that? Or do you just be like... You know what I'm saying? Do you just silently exit? Like, I'm just gracefully exit.
Sometimes, because I try to make it a point to not have any, like, regular contact with people. And that's just, I think, stems from some shit when I was younger. Like, I used to run away from home when I was younger, and I don't even know why, really. But I think about, like, I used to just run away. Like, shit wasn't bad or nothing. I'm
out. Deuces.
I was a little kid. It'd be like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I would get up, and I'm like, damn, everybody's asleep. And so I would get up and just walk. Like, I would leave and walk. And I remember my mom telling me, like, you know, you used to run away a lot when you was younger. And I was like, really?
You don't remember it?
Well, I was young. Like, I used to be like maybe 4 or 5 years old, 7 years old. And like I remember a couple different times where I did like get up and walk. And her being like, yeah, there were a couple times you got picked up by the police and like they brought you home. Because I had like a teddy bear or something she remembered that the cops gave me. But from that, like, I don't know if that was me when I was younger running away from things or what.
Yeah.
But when I meet people today, I'd be like, damn, I haven't even had the chance to like you enough to know if I want to deal with baggage. So immediately, like, if it's given to me right off the bat, I'm like, well, I already know what's wrong with you. And if your ass already know, then you need to be working on that shit. And you don't want to. I'm not about to do that shit for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel that.
So I have to be a trash man. But I know for like men that aren't aware, they just know they get scared and they just leave. And like when people are like, damn, I was ghosted, I tell every one of my homegirls and homeboys, I'd be like, well, good luck. Like, that is amazing. Thank God that God has removed this person from you, from your life, for whatever reason they need to be gone. Because I was watching Issa, right?
Yes. Listen, I felt for Issa. I mean, I wasn't doing all that crazy shit she was doing. Issa be going overboard. She be going overboard.
Well, now you know what? I'm not Issa because I don't go overboard, but I will say I have been in situations where the stars just keep lining stuff up. Like if a nigga has lied to me and I go snooping like even a little bit, if I'm like, let me just check like my GPS or something right quick, and a nigga has like sent me their location accidentally like a week or two ago,
and then turn it off,
and did not turn it off, and I'll be like, this nigga said he was going home. He right around the corner at the neighbor house. Like you ain't shit. And meanwhile, we not even serious. Like so you lied to me for no reason. So now I already know I can't trust you. So why do I continue to fuck with you?
That's true.
Or I'm gonna continue to fuck with you and use you because I know you ain't shit.
Right.
Which also makes
either or.
But that also means that I'm not shit because I'm continuing to do so. Now, dialing back to Nate, when he was sitting in the bed with Issa and like asking her like where things were going and all that shit, I instantly knew that nigga was trying to like gauge shit and he was going to be out. I was like, this nigga about to disappear. Because I've seen it and I've done it. And when he came back and said he had mental shit, I was like, I believe this nigga. But Issa still needs to leave this.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
She needs to be like,
absolutely.
Thank you for talking to me and have a good life.
Exactly.
Or just come back to it whenever she wants to on her own terms.
Exactly. Listen, that shit is so goddamn relevant. I told this story on the last episode, so I ain't gonna get into it too crazy, but a nigga ghosted me for like 2 months, came back and said it was some life shit. We all going through life shit. Get the fuck out of here.
They always come back.
Yeah, they always come back. That is a fact. Okay.
When they say they will always return to the scene of a crime, they will
always.
And it's like you don't even need to. I've decided you don't even need to be here. You're a ghost. You should just continue to be one. Okay. Bye, Casper.
Bye.
Don't even high five me. It can just float right through because it's really a deuce, like double deuce.
Okay, and just disintegrate.
I'm out. Okay. Doom, doom, doom. Retrospect on that ass.
Just fade away. But I need like you don't have no stories of a man doing you trash.
Yes.
Okay, so
several, but do I want to go down those roads? Okay, so
it's okay. We bleep names. So
I know, because people be looking at what I be doing. I feel like niggas like one thing about people that I don't deal with no more is I don't have no ill will towards nobody, so I can legit talk about shit and laugh about it and think that it's funny.
Right.
But I feel like people will look at it and like because they're triggered in the situation, they feel like they're being looked at as like a bad guy or something. But it's like I just really don't care. So
that's me. That's me. Like I tell stories, and I'm like I don't give a fuck. Like if you figure nobody else is gonna know it's you, but if you listening that hard and you figure out it's you, well, I mean, shit, you did it. So like
you did it, and for the most part, I don't really have any ill will towards anybody I used to deal with, just because I feel like everybody should be doing good, and I wish everybody the best. So if you just happen to watch what I'm doing and get mad all over again about some shit that you
did,
then
that's on you. You need to need to heal and unpack that on your own.
Right, because I did not do this to me. I did not want this done to me. So now the fact that I have to tell the story is really your fault.
Right, you shouldn't have did it, so I wouldn't have no content. But anyway.
Right. So, there was a guy that I was talking to, and it was real superficial at first, but it was still like, when you like someone, you like them. And I was like, oh, it's
Wait, what you mean superficial? Like
it wasn't anything sexual. Like we would see each other out, and and there was like a tinge of something. Like it was like it was good chemistry.
Okay.
And so like as a gay man, you can meet somebody, have sex, and it be whatever, and that's it at the end. So it was good to like meet somebody and it not be sexual, but there be like tension and like we liking each other and like exploring that. So we explored that probably for a while. Ultimately, we decided we wasn't gonna be together. It wasn't gonna work out. Yeah. We was just gonna be cool. We was gonna be friends. Yeah. So I had to like learn how to like be in the friend zone. Like I had to learn how to like navigate the waters of talking to someone and realizing that wasn't gonna work out, but I still want this person in my life, so we just gonna navigate this as friends. And it was kind of hard building a friendship with someone that I felt like wasn't being honest with me. Because if we could be honest enough to say this ain't gonna work as a relationship, do you still want a friendship, and both say yes, then that's something that you should do fairly. But if you're lying in a friendship because of some other relationship shit you got going on with someone else, because you think of how I might feel, then you fucking shit up. Yeah. So this person, I guess they had somebody that they were, I guess, talking to before they were talking to me, around the time they were talking to me, but this person lived around the corner from me.
Oh, did he know that?
He probably knew that more than I'm sure. Like, I'm sure that we would hang out when he was not seeing this other person. Okay. And so from there, I don't know to the extent of what they were seeing each other, so they could have been talking the same that we were just talking, so it really don't matter how much they were together. But I guess at some point they were getting more serious or we were getting less serious. It don't even matter. He was just lying to me about where he was, which I didn't care about. And so, like, long story short, I ended up being over there because the guy that he was dating had a roommate. And so me and the roommate ended up talking. And like the roommate one day was like, "Oh yeah, we have a mutual friend in common." I was like, "Who?" And it was the guy that I used to talk to, because he was like, "Yeah, he's dates my roommate, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, that's who your roommate's dating? Cool." And so one night I was over there, and he was over there, and it was like weird for him just to see me over there, but he never addressed it.
Never addressed
it.
Was he shook? Like, what did he do when he saw you and he walked in the door and he see your ass there?
So what was funny was I already knew when the dude said to me like, "Oh, we have a mutual friend in common." I'm gonna name this nigga Sean. He talking about Sean because like me and Sean, we used to kick it. We used to smoke all the time. And that was it. We was just kicking it. We was smoking. We was laughing, have a good ass time. And so I was like, Sean, it's cool, but we ain't gonna be together. So like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And so when you pull up on a nigga, you're like, what is this? They thinking like you want to be with them.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to figure out, are we gonna talk so I can like put niggas on notice or cut off at some point? Like work that out. Like I just need to know that for me.
I hate when niggas like think that the what is this question is like, oh my gosh, he trying to trap me or he's trying to trap me, make me, lock me down. Like, no, I really just want to know what the fuck
It's not an ultimatum.
Yeah,
it's not
what
like
is it?
Even if you say I don't know what this is, like if that's the first thing you say, I believe that you're like, I don't know what this is. And I'm like, cool. And we can start the conversation right there.
Right.
If you just like, we just friends. And I'm like, cool, we just friends. And then I go get another nigga and then you like, oh damn, you just like moved on a nigga. It's like you said we just friends. So I don't know what the fuck you wanted. Like, but if vice versa, like you like, you know what, I like you. Like, we gonna work on this, but I don't want to be with nobody. If you would have said that straight up, I'd have been like, cool. Like, you could be a hoe or do whatever the fuck you're doing, and I know that. So I know how to move accordingly if I meet somebody I like more than your ass or whatever. But was not given the opportunity to do this. Sean was dating the nigga from around the corner, which was so funny to me, and I was just like, whatever. So Sean was dating a nigga named David, and David was the roommate of Thomas. So me and Thomas are talking, and Sean and David are over there having whatever they're having, and me and Thomas are doing really good, and I guess Sean and David are doing good too. But the thing is, because they're roommates, they having just roommate friction. And they just hate each other, and I felt like the friction was coming from how well they were doing in relationships too. So like, Sean and David, if they not doing good, David is getting mad at Thomas and bringing that energy over to what I got going on.
Oh, see.
And so it was like a weird double living situation too, and I was like, I can't be doing this. I can't be doing this.
Too much people, too much energy.
Too much people, too much energy, too much familiar energy too. Because I don't know, even within that house, like out of the three of them, like if the roommates had something in the past or what.
Exactly.
And as men, like you got to consider those things. So I was just like, I have to get out of this. But it was mostly men are trash because I was dealing with a nigga who was around the corner doing whatever he did. And he even said to me at one point, like, I don't want to lose you because I can't define what this is, but I want this. And I was just kind of like,
but you lying, dog. Like
you can't even be like, maybe you're being real in this instant, but like you was
lying about
It's too late to apologize. It's too late. I can't do it.
It's too late.
But niggas always return to the scene because
they always do.
That nigga always used to kind of like just trying to like talk to me on the sly a little bit because it was tense between the roommates, and because me and him didn't have anything against each other no more. There were times when we would sit and just smoke, just me and him at their house, but it would still be kind of like, nah, I ain't fucking with this.
Soured.
And one day, like this is like maybe 2 years down the road after I seen a nigga for like the last time, maybe. I don't know if it was him, but I was walking down the road like high as hell, had headphones on, and this dude who looked just like Sean was standing right outside. And I was like, damn, I wonder if that's that nigga Sean. And I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And I had me a like Jill Scott moment. I was like, I'm taking back my freedom.
Putting it on the shelf.
Living my life. Like Diddy bopping down the road. Because I said, this did not work out. And I thank the God that it did not work out because I am here by myself, prospering, glowing, doing everything I need to be doing.
Yes, that's rule number 2 on Men Are Trash. You need to the signs. Listen to the signs, and then also don't revisit. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, like keep it trucking. You gotta live your life like it's golden. Don't be revisiting all this past turmoil and all that shit because you just gonna keep getting wrapped up in the garbage, sweetie. We're trying to move away from that. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. I'm glad you chose to keep it moving and chose the path of righteousness.
You know, one thing I want to see more for women. I love when women are in control. I love when I'm talking to my homegirls and they're in like really good relationships with men, but they're the ones in control.
Yes.
Because I feel like women that have their heads on right, and most women do, if niggas are being honest for the most parts in their career, women can really run a relationship more than men think that they can.
Oh my God. Like, I feel like the best relationships are the ones where women are in control and where he likes you more than you like him.
Yeah.
It has to be that way. Honestly, like, I feel the most secure in those relationships because at the end of the day, it's not me. You know how those relationships are. Like, you're the one wondering where he's at, what he's doing, da, 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 da. Like, just kind of like he's taking up like 75% of your thoughts. I need you to take it gotta be
the other way around.
Yes, it gotta be the other way around. The most you're getting of my thoughts is 25-30%.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Until we married or some shit, you're getting
not even then, but you have to show like I like when men like women enough to be consistent.
Yes.
Like I hate when it's like a man likes a woman enough to just bag her and that's it. It's like, all right, you bagged her, but
and then after that it's like
now you got to keep this interesting. Like you got to keep this fun. Like
right.
You gonna drop off flowers every day. Now that you're together, you can't afford no fucking flowers. All right, nigga, we'll bring by lunch.
Okay.
Bring by lunch and one goddamn flower or something. Like start a fucking garden for me and name it after me or something. Like do something like commemorative.
Buy me a star.
Yeah.
Shit.
And so I always hate when like men like get people and they're lazy. And I'm one of those people that I realized I was like, you know what? When I get people, I'm lazy, and it's really because I don't really care. And
always. No, that's what it is.
And I'm trash because I have to. If I like you more than you like me, I know that it's a sign that this ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work
because I already know that I'm like a great catch. So if you like me more and I feel like you're worthy, I'll relinquish that.
Right.
But for women, men gotta earn that shit and gotta keep doing that shit.
Facts.
That's why when I hear people they're like, "Oh, I've been in a relationship for 5 years," and I'm like, 5 years? Damn, what you doing? And it's like, well, she don't want to take me seriously. And then I'm like, oh, tell me more.
Tell me more.
like
yes.
what your ass been doing?
Yes.
Or like what does she do? Like I just become so much more enthralled that way.
That's the reason why I get head and run out on niggas, because like, listen, I will get mines and I will leave you right there in the bed with your hard dick, because at the end of the day, I know this is a prize. Okay.
That's
and
right.
you're gonna give me head. I'm not gonna give you head back.
That's right.
I'm not gonna do anything. And I'm gonna leave. And I'm gonna see if you still hit me up the next day.
That's right.
Okay. And if you do, then okay. You know, we can see where it goes. Maybe I'll be able to pencil you in for next week.
Exactly.
You know, or maybe a week after. You know what I'm saying? A bitch is busy. But
oh my God. I felt like such a nigga the other day. I said to this dude, he got mad at me because he wanted to kick it, but I had to cancel. And I do that a lot on people.
Me too.
Just because I be having shit to do.
Yeah. And then sometimes I don't be organized and I be like, you know what? I gotta handle this first. I'm sorry.
And when it comes to niggas, like I have to handle this first. You have to go over there. And I don't give a fuck.
Absolutely.
But I had to straight up tell a nigga like I be having shit to do, and I felt bad because he said back to me, he's like, "Well, I be having shit to do too," and I don't know what it was. Like I'm a nigga, but I'm not like a nigga. Yeah. But I straight up said back to him, I was like, "You ain't fucking with a lame dude." And then
listen, let these motherfuckers know.
And I don't talk like that ever. But I couldn't think of nothing else to say without typing a lot. And I was like, I'm not typing a lot of shit.
Yes.
So I had to say something. I was like, you're not fucking with a lame dude. And I just sent that shit. Because normally I would be like, look, I'm like, I can't, I don't even have time to send it. So after I sent that, the entire conversation changed. Then he sent back like the little like blushing faces and shit. Because he was like, well, all right, well, hit me when you're not busy. And then he was sending me pictures and shit. And I was like, damn, I can't believe it.
Listen, start using that line more often, okay? Listen.
But it was real. I didn't want to say it like that, but it was real. Like I had to pack. I had to be on a plane the next day. And he talking about some little quick shit for now. Okay. I'm like, I don't got time for that. Like as much as I would love, I got shit to do.
How that saying go? If you don't want a busy nigga, he gonna be a broke nigga. Okay, so. A bitch got things to do. We got moves to make, things to handle.
That's right.
All right. Whatever other metaphors you got.
That's right.
I can't think of them right now.
That's right.
But
shit.
So let the motherfuckers know. I have no problem telling a nigga, baby, I got stuff to do. Okay? And if you keep hitting me up, then I know, okay, you interested. But if you don't, then weed them out. Just weed them out. Bye.
Right. Maybe another time, maybe another season.
Maybe another life.
Because I think about that, right. I think about that sometimes. I meet people and then I'll be like, damn, that was a really cool person I met. But then I'll be like, oh, well, because I really don't care.
Right.
But then passively, I feel like I'll sometimes mentally or spiritually like call people back because it'll be like niggas that I haven't talked to in like 2 or 3 years. And like I'll be out at a... I can't even believe I'm talking about this person. I was out at this bar. First of all, there's bars in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I don't go to any of them. I just don't hang out in my neighborhood as much as I should because it's right there.
Yeah.
But more often, I just pop into those bars and I will meet the randomest people, people that I've met before at random points in my life, people that I've never met but seen around, like all sorts of people. On this particular night, I seen this dude that I used to see all the time. I used to work this restaurant job. And this dude was looking at me from the end of the bar. He was like just staring at me. And I finally go up to him and I'm like, I don't mean to be a dick because I don't talk to people, but your ass has been staring. And I don't know if you're staring at me or if there's somebody behind. And I was like pointing over or somebody behind me or whatever. And he was like, do you know who I am? And I was like, no, I don't. He's like, I used to sit at the bar at the restaurant that you used to work at. And I was like, oh yeah, I do remember you. He was like, I gave you my number one night and you never called me. And I was like... oh, damn. You so fine. Why would I have played you like that? Because he was so fine.
He was fine?
Yes. I'm sitting there looking at you didn't give me your motherfucking number. I still think to myself, I would have remembered that you gave me your number. And
for real.
And we debated about this a couple of times. But it was so weird to me that nigga came back because it was kind of like, you were this fine nigga that I remember that used to sit at the bar. And when you said that shit, I remember that shit. But you did not give me your number. But he came back.
So what happened? Did you play him again? And
no,
and not keep in touch again?
See, I'm just really bad with my time. So sometimes people will text me and I'll open it, but it'll be like 3-something in the morning. I'm like, oh, I'll respond tomorrow.
Right, and then you forget. That's me. That's definitely.
And then they'll hit me up again, and then like I can think of 3 people today that have hit me up, and I kept saying all day I was gonna hit them back, and I have not hit them back.
That'd be me. And you don't even do it on purpose. It just be like short-term memory loss.
Not at all. Like... I just did the last show. I'm doing this show now, so it's kind of like, damn, like I'm trying to be like here, present in these moments. Right,
exactly.
And that's why I will be horrible at long distance relationship.
Yeah,
I don't want to drop my life to be like FaceTime based or none of that. I can't.
First of all, I'm cheating just in case in a long distance relationship. Oh, because I've already seen how that works, and
you know what time it is. I feel like. See, I feel bad because I feel like as a male, like I have certain privileges that women will never be afforded. Yeah. But even as gay men, we don't want certain reputations as hoes. But I kind of just lived in, I'm going to be a hoe. I don't give a fuck. But
I'm so like, I'm proud of this because I tried it and I can't. I don't think I can do a hoe phase. It ain't working out for me.
But listen, hoeing doesn't even have to be fucking. Hoeing can literally just be in learning the art of your sexuality. Like whether it's enticing niggas, learning to be good at texting niggas, whether it's learning to be good at rotating niggas and time management, how much you even want to deal with someone because you don't want to fuck everybody no way.
Right.
Like I was telling you off camera, like you don't want to fuck nobody and then deal with all their baggage right after. So sometimes if you just fucking around with somebody and you can gauge how much you do want to deal with them or don't want to deal with them. Because when you fucking around, sometimes you're like, all right, this nigga only gives good ass head, so I'm only seeing for head, and he talks too much after that, so I'm gonna make sure we fit this in where that nigga got to go back to work, so he can get the shit done and we can leave. Like, like time management. You know, look, you know what I'm saying?
So I've been doing that for about a year. Okay,
like when people hear hoes, sometimes they think like full on, like, you don't want to be ran through. It's like, no, ain't nobody running motherfucking through because I don't want to fucking hoe. Like, so you gotta look at it like that. Like that's how you want to name. Like I've named my wholeness because I feel like people you date anyway is a mirror reflection. So like that's gonna be the real mirror reflection because I'm a hoe and this is how I've lived in it and this is how we gonna talk about it. But that's also taught me through my wholeness how to run conversations. So when I need to, like, instead of being like, so what's up? What is this? Like I'm real good at being like what this has been real. Like this has been real fun. I've had like a good ass time and almost kind of mapping it out and making you like engage into the conversation before I lead you to like, all right, we about to be over, or I ain't never gonna see you again, or I want to be more. I want to fuck you. Like we should fuck on a regular basis. Like you know, the conversation can go either way.
I think I need to learn how to like. Because I feel like still sometimes I take into account other people's feelings, and I feel like I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like totally my feelings only. You know what I mean? Like I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Like this is what we gonna do. And I feel like sometimes I like even though. Like, I feel like sometimes, like, let's say a dude really likes me and I just don't like him as much. Like, he cool or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't like him as much as he clearly likes me. I'm bad at just being like, hey, boo, I don't like you that much.
Right.
We could fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like you that much.
See, well, even in situations like those, you got to be careful because if you know a person well enough, you know if you can only fuck them. Because if they like you a lot, you can't make the agreement that because you know that they're going to be fucked up. They're going to be all right, well, we could just fuck. And then they're going to be like, they're going to think, well, I'm going to fuck her so good, she going to want to be with me.
Right.
And so I'm like, all right, I got the dick, we out. And it's like, no, you don't want to be with me now? And it's like, no, I told you I don't want to be with you.
I told you.
But it's a slow build. It's kind of like, instead of learning to put your feelings only, you have to learn to put your feelings first. So the minute a nigga starts to trouble you, do you enable him or do you say, no, nigga, I ain't fucking with that? Like these are like little things you have to like slowly build because that's going to give you the confidence to be like, all right, what is this? Or I'm not doing this or I only want this. Because when you're talking to a nigga and they're like, hey, I really like you. And you sitting there thinking like, you do? Really?
What? That'd be me all the damn time.
This is probably part of my trashness. But I usually start with for my first course, you don't want to be with me.
Oh my gosh, we have a real live garbage bag right here. That's the first line of trashness. You don't want to be with me.
It's trash, but it's truth because I think to myself, if I was with you, I would not be good to you. And that's why I be real and about you don't want to be with me.
Ladies, y'all got to pay attention to this line right here, okay? I'm so glad you brought this up. You don't want to be with me. It is literally the first sign in trashness, okay? Please believe that man when he tell you don't want to be with me. Believe him, okay?
I feel like a lot of they just saying that.
Yes, I feel like a lot of women be like, oh, he's just, that's so cute.
So many times.
Believe the fuck out of that nigga because he's telling you right now he gonna do your ass dirty. Okay? And honestly, you gotta appreciate niggas like that let you know off rip you don't want to be with them. Okay? But I feel like women, we also enable a lot of trash behavior.
Exactly.
And that's
because you want to be nice. Because you also want to, like I said, like for me, I always think about what I'm gonna do as a gay man to make the safe space for gay men.
Yeah.
But like for women, y'all always make the safe space safe for men, but I don't think they do the same in return.
Right. So they don't.
So that's why I say like you have to learn to at least put your feelings first because if a nigga says something wrong to you, very small example, very small hood rat example. I was watching, Owen has a new show called Ready to Love.
Okay.
And one of the men, he was talking about how he wouldn't, if a woman cheated on him in a marriage, he's going to divorce her immediately. Meanwhile, this nigga's 50 years old, divorced twice, and cheated in both his marriages. So if a woman cheated on you and you knew you had a connection with her, you wouldn't reconcile or try to fix it. He was like, no, I will leave her. And I thought that was so interesting because I know a lot of men would have that line of thinking. They would be like, if a woman cheated on me, like if I'm, and it's not every case. There are some men that would love someone enough to work through that shit. Yeah. But there are certain people that would be like, a woman can't do me dirty, but if I did her dirty, it should be forgiven.
Yeah.
And I think that women should start being like at the head of shit. Even if a nigga told you like, you don't want me, I'm trash, and you still want to think to yourself like, this nigga just saying that. If you gonna follow up and try to figure out some other shit with him, figure out where his head is at the very least, so you can know to be like, this nigga said what I needed to know, so I can be out on his ass.
Right.
Don't be like, this nigga just saying that just because because he ain't met me.
Yeah, right. You are living in La La Land, like bitch. No,
you are you, and the nigga that is for you will make you feel exactly like you're supposed to feel because he wants you like to be with you. Outside of that, all the other shit is just kind of superficial. It's just fun. It's just life.
A word. Please listen. A word, ladies. A word. Okay.
I mean, people sometimes, and they want to like do it. They want to like. They're like, we would be good together. And I think to myself, you saying that because you just met something really good and this was good.
Yes.
But I'm great on my own. And I'm sure you're probably great on your own right now too. So let's continue to be great and see where life takes us together, but separate.
Right. Separate.
Like I like when we can just kind of come together. Like those relationships where you kind of wake up and y'all are together and you're like, oh shit, what the fuck are we doing together? Those are scary as fuck, but I like those.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in one. But like, that's kind of because it's natural. It's kind of like, damn, how the fuck did we end up moving in? How the fuck did we end up married? How the fuck did we end up with kids? Like, when you're asking yourself that means you've been having fun. Like, or hopefully it means that.
You've been having fun. You've been living your best life.
Yeah, now if you've been arguing through that shit, then fuck that. But if your ass has just been like in a good ass haze from just having fun with the person you've been with, enjoy that shit.
Right. Those are the ones where you're like, I never thought we would have. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Not the. Like that, I know what you're saying because there's a depressed side to that, and then there's a a revelation side to that.
Yeah, girl, this nigga used to cheat on me all the time, but after I had his first baby, he gave me the ring. Yeah,
right, that's
he's still cheating on you.
That's
like,
the depressed side
what?
of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's no, baby, that's not what we're trying to seek out in life,
No.
okay? But the ones where you're just like, you know, like you said, the feeling just kind of was there and y'all just built upon it. Those are ideal. I feel like most of the niggas that I ever like dated or took serious were the ones where I was like, how the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were just, you know what I'm saying? We were just cool. We were just kicking it. We were just vibing. Now all of a sudden we like really in a fucking relationship.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And whether it turned out good at the end or not, like, I feel like that's those, like you said, I like those.
Right.
So I definitely feel you.
I think it's always good when you have that collection, though. And even though those didn't end well, or, you know, y'all aren't together today, those are still lessons out of your book.
Absolutely.
So you can still look back at your catalog and see like certain consistencies in your relationships.
Absolutely. So let's get into this next segment. This segment is called Your Fave is a Fuckboy. And this is where we recount stories where we've met somebody who they're either famous or I kind of gave, like, my first story was kind of like your fave is a fuckboy, like trash for doing me like that.
Right.
Okay. I'm not a motherfucking man.
Right.
All right. I have a vagina. But anyways, have you ever met somebody that...
Yeah, mine was K. Michelle.
K. Michelle. I mean, you gotta
She's
be a man. Like,
she's a man.
Screw me.
No, I'm no better than now at this point. No better than fucking.
No better than Lord. Come on.
Who have I met that was trash? That was like, damn, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, like you were just so disappointed and like actually, like when, you know, idols become your rivals, like wow, like I used to really like you, or just even if you didn't really, really like them, you just met them and you were like, oh, ew. Like, I
don't know. I've always had a really good record. Like, I like, all I can think of is like the good times I've had, and maybe that's just the energy I've always had. But like, okay, well, this ain't my no. Those, I was gonna say, like, the only time I can think of, because I used to always, I'm from Atlanta, so I feel like I've always seen celebrities and stuff. Yeah. So it was never like, whenever I met people, I would know how to talk or when to approach people. Okay. Because you don't want to approach somebody. It's early in the morning, they had dinner or like breakfast and they hung over or whatever, or after a show because they ready to just get back to the hotel.
Right. Exactly.
But very,
go wash their ass.
Right. I used to work at a restaurant, as I've said earlier, and at this restaurant, a basketball player was in there. And people did not want to talk to him. But in my mind, I'm like, nigga play sports. Like, somebody gonna talk to his ass. And I waited on other basketball players. I waited on like Chris Humphries. Waited on all these different random ass people. But
okay.
He came into the restaurant I was working at many, many years ago. And mind you, I don't even watch sports. Yeah. So like somebody I work with, he really wanted to talk to him. And I used to always be that guy, just be like, let me just go talk to this nigga right quick. Yeah. And so I went up to him and I spoke and I was like, hey man, like, you know, it'd be really, really dope if you took a picture of one of my coworkers. And so he hit me with the, oh man, I really would, but you know, I'm about to go right now. And I was like, all right, cool, no problem. So then, you know, there was the host in the front, you know, fine girl. So he was like, he's talking to her. Like he bends down, taking a minute, he's talking to her. I'm like, I thought this nigga had to go. Do you know then this nigga like ask her, like, cause I'm up here working with the girl. He's like, yeah, you want to take a pic? And so I was like, this nigga about to take a picture. Oh. So my my coworker, I was like, come up here. Like, you know, since he finna take a picture, he finna take a picture. Yeah. And so after she took her picture, I went up to him. And so I was like, all right, man. And so he like gave me 5 again. And so my homeboy came up with the camera and he was like, nah, man, I ain't taking no pictures. And I was just like, and for me, I didn't really care. So I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, whatever.
And so then he walked out. I was like, what a fucking dick face. Yeah. Like, I didn't even want the goddamn picture. I didn't give a fuck. And that was for my coworker. And what really pissed me off was that afterward, he was going around telling everybody, like, yeah, mine didn't want to take the picture with him. And I was like, it was for you, dick face.
Wait. What'd you say?
My coworker, he was mad. Like, he was going around telling everybody we work with afterwards that, like, that he shaded me for this photo that I didn't even want with him.
And you put your neck out for him.
For him.
Wow.
But he wasn't black. That was a lesson.
Yeah, okay. You know what? That was a lesson. Absolutely. Never put your neck out for nobody that ain't your...
No, because I've had plenty of black coworkers afterwards where they'd be like, you know him? No, you don't. And I'm like, yes, I do. Let's go talk. And we did. And we would. One time I ran up on French Montana and he was cool as hell. Took pictures with us and
that's good.
And then after we bumped into French Montana, we bumped into Bill Clinton. It was so random.
That's random as hell. Where were y'all at?
The building that I worked at, no, this was here. The building that I worked at was like in Midtown. So I think they were like, it was the Time Life building. So So Complex was in this
Yeah.
building along with Time. So they was interviewing from presidents to fucking French Montana or former presidents to fucking hip hop artists and shit.
That's fucked up. He would take a picture with the girl, but ain't take a picture with y'all.
Yeah, I understood he was macking or whatever, but I didn't give a fuck
Whatever.
about none of that. This nigga actually, like, these niggas used to talk sports all the time. And I'm like, I don't care about nothing that y'all talking about. But they were like, yo, you waiting on him? Like, what? And I'm like, yeah, he cool. Because he was cool at the table.
Yeah.
But I wasn't waiting on him. The server was waiting on him, and I was just popping by, showing my face, helping the server out. So I thought we was cool. We wasn't cool.
We wasn't cool. You don't got a vagina,
That's
we not
right.
cool.
So
Skirt, swerve.
Whatever, nigga. But yes,
Oh well.
That was my trash bag.
Let's see. Oh, I got a trash story. It was another basketball player. Don't ask me his name because I really don't know.
It took me a minute to remember. I was like, which basketball player was
it? I think something, whatever his first name. He played one of them young niggas that play
there. I know an is he Chris too?
One day I get a DM. It wasn't from him. It was from some nigga. And I don't know, I was just looking at my sunken place of DMs.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? People be acting like they don't check the sunken place of their DMs. They do. All right? They motherfucking do.
I definitely put in my bio that I do not check my DMs, and I definitely do.
And you be in them shits. Hello, they're there. So what the fuck? Because sometimes there be opportunities in the second place of the DM.
They do.
Once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but quick Instagram tip. If you look, don't watch people's stories. People can see that you watch their stories.
People definitely
Only
can see
look
that.
at the message and don't unread
Exactly.
it. And don't double tap, you'll like it.
Okay. Quick, you know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Okay,
so now that y'all up to date on the Instagram pimping.
Okay, shooting your shot.
So I look at my DMs and some dude is like, what did he say? He said something like, hey, what you doing tonight? I'm really fucking up what he said. But what he said, something he had said had like kind of like piqued my interest a little bit. And then I go to his, so I'm like, let me research who this dude is. So he said something like, me and my friends are trying to find something. That's what he said. Me and my friends trying to find something to do in New York. We're like staying in the Upper West Side and like wanted to know if you had suggestions. So I'm like, at first, normally I get hit with that a lot, and I'm like, why do motherfuckers think I'm a fucking travel agent? I'm not no fucking travel agent. Just because you see I live in New York and I'm doing stuff in New York.
It is too? It's because you be looking so good, so they trying to find out where your ass be at.
Right. But like, no, I'm not no fucking travel agent. I'm not about to give y'all the game. Be like, oh, we out here. No, y'all not invited. But something about, I had clicked on his page and I was like, scrolling through his pictures, and I seen that he was a little bit well connected.
So you said,
I was like, all right.
He had to earn that message back.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right. So I hit him back. I forgot what I said. I hit him back. And then I looked at his, and then I screenshot it and sent it to my homegirl because I think she was like a mutual follower or something. Something told me to send it to my homegirl. So I sent it to her and she was like, bitch, that same nigga sent me that same DM. So I was like, okay. But I was like, but did you see who he's with on his page? No. Listen, I made a little groupie tactic, but you know
that's
what?
Social media was created.
Okay, exactly.
Okay, you got to wear your credentials on the front line so we don't waste time.
All right, and a lot of niggas don't, and they be asking you what you doing. You're not getting a response because you like, what am I trying to hang out with you for? But I seen he was, a little well connected. Okay. So I was like, all right, so you trying to hang out with this dude or what? Because I ain't got nothing to do today. You got something to do today? She was like, no. So we respond and we're like,
up? I like that.
What's up? We'll link up. So later on in the night, we go link up. And he's like rented out this like, really nice Airbnb in like the Upper West Side. And he's friends with Miss, you know what I'm saying? So it's Miss and another NBA player. Don't ask me his name or what team he played for. I really don't know. I don't be watching them niggas like that.
I wouldn't know anyway.
But so we get there, and I also invited my other homegirl, who's such a beautiful, tall black woman, but she's really tall. Like she's like NBA player height. Like she's like them niggas height. So I invited her, and it was me and my other homegirl, who's like thick, Latina. You know what I'm saying? Light skin, whatever. We get there. The dude that invited us is very welcoming. You know what I'm saying? He's giving us drinks. He's talking to us. He's passing us.
Being a good host.
Yeah, being a good host. But and I feel like this happens a lot. I feel like I don't know if it's people are socially awkward or they just feel entitled or maybe a combination of both. But some of the other dudes there, including Mr. were very silent. They were very, you know what I'm saying? And they're also playing like lean music. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? The turned down trap shit. And we come in with our lively asses and we're like, what the fuck going on here? Like,
why y'all so dead?
Yeah, why y'all so dead? So after a while, we just kind of like start ignoring them and we're talking, you know, the host, the one who invited us was like, you know, keeping us entertained. So he rolls a blunt, passes it to me. I smoke it. I pass it to my homegirl. Blunt's going around. And so the first sign of like, I'm not feeling this vibe was when everyone else was kind of like silent. Okay. Then the blunt's going around and some other dude there has it and my tall black friend did not hit the blunt yet. So she's like, you know, she kind of does like oh, you're going to pass that type thing. And this man goes, oh, it's not my blunt, so...
Oh, my God. Are you a fucking idiot?
Mind you...
Was it his first time smoking?
Mind you, there's weed spread out all over the table.
Oh, hell no.
Everybody got weed. So I'm like, oh, okay. So that's strike number 2 in my head because I didn't peep it, but then she like whispered it to me. She was like, this nigga even passed me the blunt. And I was like, what? So that's strike number 2 in my head. So now I'm like... Ew, these vibes is, you know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm about ready to go. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person who I like to, once I feel vibes off, because I have really good ability to, like, sense energy and, like, you know, if I'm wanted in a space or not. And once I feel like I'm not wanted or the energy's weird, I make my exit, boo, because I go where I'm wanted, not where I'm tolerated.
Right.
So I'm like, that turned me off. But she was, you know, she kind of seemed like she wanted to stay still. So I was like, okay. So we continue, you know, whatever, drinking and chilling. And then, so she's asking, hey, can I get on the aux? Because she does this like every Friday she has a playlist called Fuck Me Up Fridays. Okay. And it's like a trap playlist. And she always has great picks. Her and her sister, they do it together. So
she's trying to turn it up.
Yeah. So she's like, yo, let me get the aux because, you know, we obviously trying to turn up. Like we're supposed to go to the club. So the plan was for us to come there pregame and then all of us go to the club. So she's like asking for the aux cord and niggas are dead ignoring her. So then she like asks one person specifically and she goes like, hey, can I get the aux? And they like, nah, man, like, not, you know, like they start giving her the runaround. So that's strike number 3 in my head. Right. I'm like, y'all ready to fucking go?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they didn't seem like they were ready to go. So I text them, like, create a group chat, and I'm like, yo, y'all feeling these vibes? Because I'm not feeling it.
Right.
They're like, yeah, it's weird, but let's stay for a little while. Little while.
Oh,
you know, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to let y'all know right now, I'm not feeling it. So if we stay, it's on y'all too. And they was both like, let's see what happens. So I'm like, all right, like, it's on y'all. Mind you, nobody's giving me personally bad vibes, but if I see that my friends getting bad vibes, that's to me, that's like giving me bad vibes.
Right.
So whatever. Me and her, we go to the counter to like get another drink. And Mr. comes around and my tall black friend says something to him and he goes, he like makes a face and then says, it stink over here.
What?
So, and I just kind of felt like he was taking a shot at her. Like, I just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like it was just too much shade being thrown in her direction. So I was like, you must be smelling your top lip. Because I'm like, if she not going to say it, I'm going to say it.
Right.
So then he looks at me and he just kind of goes, like he just, you know what I'm saying, whatever. He don't say nothing. So I'm like, Because at the end of the day, boo-boo, I always got mouth for niggas. You know what I'm saying? For niggas and bitches. Right. I got mouth for you. So if you gonna say some shit, you trying to be shady or disrespectful, I'm gonna bring the shade. Okay?
See, you can have all that money and still no game.
You know what I'm saying? So anyways, he does that. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like fed up. So whatever, it's time to go to the club. So we go to the club. This nigga still, I just feel like the vibes are whack. So I'm like, yo, y'all really want to be here? Like, y'all really want to be here? They're like, yeah, let's see how it goes, blah, blah, blah. So I guess, like, so anyways, night's going on, and
Please tell me you cursed him out by the end of the story.
I actually didn't need to. I was like, I'ma just exit. But so my other friend who's a Latina, she's like talking to him a little bit while we're in the club. And she comes back and tells us that he said that she's not doing her job as far as bringing girls that he likes to the section. So to me, that translates as you don't like black bitches. Like, that's what it translates to me as.
Even worse.
That's what it translates, because at the end of the day, she hit the blunt. I hit the blunt, but, you know, my Latina friend, she hit the blunt. My tall black friend ain't hit the blunt. My tall black friend was getting denied for the aux. My tall black friend, you throwing shade. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like... That
you
now,
know,
and then we get to the club and you like, oh, you're not bringing the girls that I like to the section. So you don't like black girls. Say that. Just say that, nigga. Say that. And he's black. Mr. Ingram is black.
I would like to see a roundtable discussion of men just talk about preferences and
oh my god,
why.
Oh my god. I want to put that together, because I have so many conversations with men, and black men especially, and they always pull out that preference card. No, boo-boo. It's not preference.
Right.
Or if it's preference, where's that preference come from?
We deal with that in the gay community too.
But really?
Yeah. No fats, no femmes, no Asians.
Oh yeah. So I watched
that whole masculine.
So I watched Pose.
Yes,
and,
Pose, amazing.
And yes, amazing show. And I didn't know, because I was watching one of the episodes and she was in a gay bar, but they didn't like her type of gay because she dressed as a woman and acted more feminine. They were discriminating against her, and I was like, "What the fuck? This goes on."
There's still discrimination today. Like, you know, when you think of LGBTQ plus. Like, some people are like, oh, why does the T count? Like, you know, trans is something completely different from gay, and like used to separate. But like, men that like men will like men so much that they don't want to deal with anything feminine associated to it. And I'm just kind of like,
okay.
Like,
but still.
So like, if someone were to see me talk about being gay, they'd be like, oh, he's out. I'm like, that means he's feminine. And I'd be like, what?
So you can't. You can't like relish in your own gayness without
depending on who you talk to. Like, there are some people who are like, you know, fully openly gay and, you know, educated and know all their shit and don't give a fuck about nothing. But then you have like a spectrum of people that feel like if you disclose your sexuality at work, it'll hold you back still, or people knowing will affect how they think about you or feel about you. And I'm just like,
I feel like some of the most successful people at all the jobs I ever had were gay. Like, my managers were gay. The top people were gay. So I don't understand that whole, like, hold you back. Like, that shit is just such archaic thinking.
People think that gay automatically means, like, oh, they're going to think because I'm gay or because I sleep with men that I'm less than, or I'm feminine or feminized, and they'll think that that's less than, and they'll discriminate against that, which I think is so weird and so odd. So that's like a preference that is always, like, fucked with me, because it's like, if you were somebody that I'm just interested in, and your ass decides that you're going to wear nail polish, like, I'm not going to lie and be like, why are you wearing nail polish, nigga? But if that's what you want to do, and I like your ass enough, I'm going to deal with it. And we're going to have the conversations about it and figure out where we're going to go, if we're going to be together, if we're not. But I feel like men don't hold those same places when they're like attracted to a woman. They're like, she too dark, bruh. And it's like, what? But what about her personality? Like, what if she's one of the baddest bitches you're ever going to meet?
And what about your mama? The most time they mamas be dark.
Listen. Okay, so... the internet, you know, the group The Internet?
Yeah.
One of the people in the internet, I can't think of the boy's name right now, but I used to love him. He's him and Tyler, the Creator. Like, I think they're all in the same game. They only date white boys.
Yeah.
And one of them said, the dude said, black men remind him of his brother or some shit. And I was like,
what the fuck does that mean?
What?
What the fuck does that mean?
Zero idea. So he probably got like a white boyfriend sitting somewhere, and I'm just like, y'all are weird.
They both got white boyfriends.
And that's your life to be able to want to do that. But for me, like, don't dress it up as that. Don't say that shit.
Don't say it reminds you of your... Wait, what the fuck does that even mean for real? I really can't even...
Maybe if there was more understanding behind it, I would be able to understand.
We need some context.
Hell no.
Did your... Like, what?
The fuck? Get out of here.
Child, anyways, that's a whole nother episode. We could talk about colorism and all that bullshit. But yeah, Mr. trash ass, and not that he was even my fave to begin with. Let's get that squared away.
It was an opportunity. It was
it
was an opportunity to have a really fun night with some fun, interesting people on both sides.
Exactly.
And because them niggas did not have no game, they missed out.
No game, missed out, and it was just like. Anyways, child. He a fuck boy. He out here looking like, what the fuck? He looks like, what's that horror movie? Slender Man. That nigga look like Slender Man. You out here acting like you hot. You look like Slender Man, my dude. Anyways.
Get out of here.
Excuse me. Bitches only fucking because you on the Lakers. If you wasn't on the Lakers, you wouldn't get no type of play.
That's literally it.
No type of pussy.
Keep wearing that jersey.
Okay. But I want to know if you've had, okay, so you say you're trash. So let me hear some trash. So like, what are some things that you've done and you've thought back like, oh shit, that was really trash of me to do. I need to like grow from this. Or maybe not even grow from this. You just like, fuck it, whatever.
You know, everything, life is just a growing lesson. So every time anything goes wrong, I think, you know what? And I don't feel like anything's happened where I've been like, damn, I've learned this lesson already. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like sometimes there's like a series of things that go on. And I'm like, okay, there's a lesson going on here and I need to figure out what the fuck is going on. One of the things I was telling you about is how I had to discover that I could be problematic. Like my sex could be problematic. And
ooh, what you mean?
Having sex with somebody, but not being able to having sex with somebody on the first out, you know, is always a risk anyway. Because it's kind of like, damn, is this going to be a fun one and done, or is this going to be the start of something beautiful? Like, what's this going to be? But when you've had sex with someone, and then they've given you all of their baggage, then it's kind of like, damn, do you hold their baggage? Do you ease them like out of it? Or like, what do you do? Like, I'm the type, if I've had sex with you and, you know, not everybody has sex with everybody they like.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that needs to be discussed because sometimes people will be like, damn, I ain't even like her. And it's like, well, why'd you fuck her? And it's like, because it was something to do. So like for me,
I've done that.
It's the same thing. Like I fuck niggas because it's fun. Like not because I actually cared to fuck a nigga before. So imagine you fuck a nigga because it's fun and then he wants to give you his life story. Then you're like, damn, I shouldn't have done this because I don't want to be part of your story. But you've already done something to be part of the story.
Yeah.
So from there, I've realized like I can be problematic because once I realized I didn't want to be part of their story, I made it abundantly clear that I did not want to be part of their story in that manner.
At least you told them.
Yes, but
how are you trash if you tell them?
You can tell people something, but they can still be confused. Like because we already had sex, they were confused.
Oh, okay.
Well, we were confused. It was a confusing thing because when we met, it was like high chemistry, high energy, sexual, but sex was not intended. Yeah. So then once sex happened is when it was kind of like, oh, damn, is this going to be the start of something beautiful? And I think that's where his mind started to go. Yeah. And that's when I got all the baggage. So from there, my mind went to, or is this going to be a one and fun? Like, oh, okay. Because this was fun, but now you give me baggage, so I need to figure out how I'm going to get out of here. Yeah. So, gotta make my exit. So we went 2 different places. So once I realized that he gave me all his baggage, I need to get out of there, that's when I took the time to let him know, like, hey, you know, like, this was fun, but moving forward, we should just kick it. We should just be homies. Like, we shouldn't do a whole lot. And I was like, cool. And so it was like, cool. But the next time we met up, you know, I was being a nigga.
Leading them on.
No. Not even leading them on. Because remember I told you last conversation, we was just going to be homies. True. So my homie was coming over. And I just so happened to get finished being a nigga when my homie came over. So my homie's waiting outside my door when a nigga leaves.
Oh, you really trash. You ain't shit. You could have at least tried to time this shit right.
So I'm giving you the very short version, and I was not trying to do it back to back. I literally got caught up in some shit. Like there's this dude in my neighborhood. You know when you see people out and you're like, damn, like I want to know that person, but you don't do that. Yeah. So the day that like you see that they seeing you, and then y'all finally talk for the first time,
right? Yeah, you gotta take advantage of that moment, right?
So me and this dude finally talked for the first time, like seeing him in the deli in my neighborhood, seeing him like in all sorts of places. So he looking at me, and I'm like looking at him like, damn, why are you looking at me? But I guess he's seen something change about me or something. So we start talking. He's like, hey, yo, like, what's up? And I'm like, what's up? He's like, you live in the neighborhood, right? I'm like, yeah. And so then, you know, he asked me if I smoke. And I'm like, yeah, you know. And so he wanted to buy some. So I'm like, yeah, I can sell you some.
Yeah, come through.
So I text my homie and I was like, hey, yo, like my homeboy coming by just to, you know. Yeah. Whatever.
Oh, you told him?
I told him.
Okay. But so you told him?
I told him. Yeah. This dude comes over. He buys weed. Okay.
Okay.
He wants to do more than buy weed.
Okay. So you like, fuck it. This is my time.
This is my time to shine. Like,
hello.
First time speaking to this nigga, I was feeling like Alicia Keys. You didn't know my name for the longest. Now he know my name.
Can I speak to Michael?
And so the thing is, he's like pushing up on me hard. Mm-hmm. So like that's what's like, damn, like, oh my God, like I don't know what this nigga heard about me, but it's true. Shit, like what's up?
Let's
like,
go. No,
so
you were seeking an opportunity.
I was, and I seized the opportunity.
Yes, I feel
and
that.
So when he left and my homie came, you know, the homie that, you know, we did some shit that we knew we wasn't supposed to be doing. And he came and we kicked it for a long period of time. And at the end of that, he said, you know what I'm gonna ask you, right? And I'm sitting up there like, no, what you finna ask me? Because we had a whole like 3-4 hours, kicked it. Mm-hmm. Did you fuck that dude earlier?
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Thank you.
Okay.
People look at me and they're like, you said that? And I'm
like, why not?
Why not?
You already told. See, I don't think you that trash no more because I feel like you already laid it out. You did the best of your ability to lay it out. Now, if he don't want to accept that.
But it was still confusing for him, right? And this is why I had to decide to put my feelings first. Mm-hmm. Like, and my feelings don't matter more than anybody else, but I'm just saying, I'm going to put my feelings first. Mm-hmm. So while he's talking to me about why he mad at me for doing this, my feelings went first because I was like, no, nigga, we not together. You do not have reign to do all of what you're doing right now. Yeah. And I let him say whatever the fuck he had to say.
Right.
And kindly just said, well, this was fun. But, you know, we can either move forward, like, and kick it or not. Like, I'm really good on all fronts because I had to be real.
Absolutely.
But then I also, like, you know how you have the angel and the devil? Mm-hmm. I had two devils, like, on my shoulders, like, looking at me going, no nigger, nigger. And I was just looking at them like, yeah, I am. Yeah. Y'all, like, I got to do this right now.
Listen, here go your pink slip. I'm sorry. But honestly, I don't think you that trash for that. You did to the best of your ability. If he didn't want to read the signs and listen to it, and not even read the signs, if he didn't want to receive what you were giving him, then that's on him. But you did what you had to do, okay?
Mind you, in an alternate universe, this would have worked out. I would have had a threesome or something. I don't know.
You know.
Because he asked me, he was like, oh, was you trying to set something up? And I was like, no, I was not.
First of all, okay.
Had old boy waited like 5 more minutes, and if we all would have just been in there getting high, it would have probably played out completely different.
It would have popped off.
Because they both knew somebody was coming. So it wasn't like, because I didn't want nobody to walk in and think they were setting up or some shit like that. Because that's how good of a guy I am.
No, you'd have been trash if you'd have tried to like.
Because niggas do that.
Niggas do that, and that is trash.
And that's when it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, now that's really disrespectful.
And I didn't want to be that dude.
Serious?
And I still ended up being trash, but on a completely different front.
You wasn't that trash.
I had to pick whether I want to be recycling.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You was like recycling. You was a couple of aluminum cans that could, you know what I'm saying, that people could come pick them up and we could refurbish.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. You was a complete rotting garbage.
That's right. Make a belt out of me.
You know what I mean? Like we could reuse you. So you was okay. You did all right.